Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing an LV inspired design, and this is inspired as well for Valentine's Day, but you can do it with any color and that can go for any event or holiday. I'm starting out with this red. It's not too light or not too dark. You can use any color. I just wanted a darker scheme, like a color scheme. So I thought this red would be perfect. It looks like a blood red. And I'm going to be painting the entire nail on all 5 of my fingers. And red is super messy, so I'm very careful around the cuticle area. Even when you clean it with acetone, I feel like it still stains the skin, so I try to avoid getting any on the skin. And I'm gonna do a nice, very light, thin layer. We don't want to add too much thickness because we are gonna be doing a few layers of gel and airbrush today. As we're finishing off the color, I feel like this design would look really nice in blues and purples. You would do purples with pinks and then blues, of course, with like baby blue. Even green, maybe, for like springtime with all the LV designs and all that. That would look really nice. So first, I'm starting off with a medium pink. And we're going to be airbrushing in the middle. We're not doing a halo effect. We're doing more of a back and forth, left to right in the middle area. And I'm doing about 2 to 3 coats because the red is dark. I should have done white airbrush for the base, and the pink, I feel like it would come up more. And I probably wouldn't have to do all these layers, but it was my first time trying this design, and I love the way it came out. So that would probably be the only different thing I would do, just to make it a bit easier and for it to show up better as well. Before curing, we're cleaning up the cuticles really good. Now that that's cured, we're gonna go on to our third color, and I'm using a light mauve pink. I feel like another thing that I would have changed would be not going up as high as I did with the light pink. I feel like maybe if I would have done more the tips, you could see that darker pink better. All in all, it still came out very cute. The ombre effect came out really nice, and so I decided to start adding the clouds for the design. And I'm using a little short bristle brush, and it's not too flimsy, so I'm dabbing it in there. It's not going everywhere. I'm using a white gel and grabbing a good size or a good amount of gel, but as I'm making the clouds, I go back and get rid of any excess gel that's on my brush. That way I could blend out what I had already added onto the nail. And I'm kind of just doing the same clouds on all of the nails, just placing them in different areas. I didn't want all the clouds to be in the same area of the nail on all of them, just to make it look a little different, because we're adding the LV designs in different places. So that gave me empty areas on opposite sides of the nails. To give the clouds some shade and give it a little bit more realistic look, I'm using a gray color just right under the clouds. That's gonna give it like a shadow, and that makes the cloud look more gloomy, which that's what we're going for, like dreamy, gloomy, girly vibes. So I was very happy on how it came out. I'm using a tiny bit, and now that I look at them, I wish I would have kept it a little bit higher, but that's okay. It came out cute. I always see things that I should have done differently as I go back and I edit videos and I look at the video. But I'm still happy with the results. The ombre effect, I'm still shook by it. It just looks so seamless. And it honestly wasn't too bad. The colors blended very well. Now we're adding pink, and the pink is gonna be almost like if the sunset, when sunsets have like that pink color. So it's gonna give like the illusion that the sun is giving light to the cloud. And of course that's gonna be pink. And that's why we have the ombre, because like the top is supposed to be dark, the red, and then the pink is like the bottom. And so we're gonna be placing the pink just almost on top of the gray, but under as well. You don't want to extend it too much. And we're doing this very lightly. And I was worried that it wouldn't show up on the pink, because it is the same pink that I'm using that I use for the airbrush. So I was kind of worried about that, but it worked out just fine as well. Once I was happy with the clouds, I started adding my little stars. And I'm going to be doing different stars in different areas. It's just to give it a little, more detail. Of course, there's stars in the sky, so we want it to look, dreamy and all that. I'm starting off with the little flower from the LV design, and it's a little tricky, but I found a way how to do it. I hope this is easy for you guys. You guys can like practice this one. So we're gonna do 4 little long dots, and then we're gonna extend the ends, And then right in the middle, after we extend the ends, we're just gonna connect them. We don't wanna add too much bulkiness to it because the flower is very thin in the middle. And then of course it has the little circle in the middle, which we wanna keep empty to give the look of the LV flower. I did forget to mention that we did top coat because we're gonna be doing our LV designs like a 3D design, like a sweater design. So I did top coat, cured that for 60 seconds, and then we're doing gel on top of that top coat. And then before we put our design into the light, we're gonna be adding, I did pink powder, the bubble gum speed from Young Nails. I did that to give him more of a pinker look. And once I put the powder, then I added it into the light. For our actual LV design, I start off with the V, and I did two on this set, two LVs on this set, and I swear I always do one better than the other. But I just kind of copy a picture. I had it on my iMac off to my side, so I would just kind of like look over, and it has like thin and thick lines. So once I'm done with the LV, I'm gonna coat with the bubblegum speed from Young Nails. Dab that off and cure for 60 seconds. You can also flash cure for about 15 to 26 seconds between these designs if it just takes too much time. If you're working on yourself, of course, that's going to take a lot of time, 60 seconds each time. But when you're on a client, of course, you'll have them put in one hand while you're working on the other. So it kind of works out. So just have them do it for 60 seconds. But you can always do yours if you're doing your own nails for about 15 to 20 seconds each design. And on my thumb, I decided to do an LV as well. I did the little LV inspired flower as well off to the corner. I just felt like I had that empty space, so I decided to add that onto there. And I'm doing the same thing for the LV logo, doing my thin and thick lines where they need to be. And no matter how many times I've done this design, I still always have to look at a picture of it. It's very unique, and you just can't draw it just, it just won't come out, and it won't look like the design if you really don't try. But I would also say you can always do stickers. You don't have to do the 3D design with the powder. Honestly, it didn't really make a big difference if I would have just painted them on there as well. I did want them to stick out, and I do feel like they did stick out, but it probably wouldn't make a big difference if I just painted them as well. This design, I decided to change it up a little bit. I know it has the little flower in the circle, but because it is Valentine's inspired, I decided to do a heart in the middle, and it came out really cute. Obviously, it doesn't look like its logo, like its original design, but I did want to do something different. I do wish that I would have done a second coat or a thicker coat on this design though, because I feel like it didn't pop out as much as the other ones. I wasn't sure about this particular design or this little heart circle that I did. So I feel like I didn't add as much gel, so it's not as thick or popped out as it should. But it did go really well with the nail art, and I loved it. So I just start off with the circle, and then I do the heart, and then shape. Yeah, I try to shape it right in the middle. I did try it a few times. It came out okay. So I'm gonna do another flower for you guys. I always do one better than the other. I do honestly like the first one. I feel like I got carried away with the second one, and I didn't make it as thin as I should have. But it still looks like the flower, and I still was happy with it. It came out really pretty. So I did decide to end up doing this little circle with the flower inside, because I do want it to look like LV inspired. So I just did the one with the heart. It would have looked cute as well with the heart, but I didn't want to just do that. I wanted to change it up a little bit. So I was happy with how it came out. So this is how I do this one. I started off the same way how I did the first one. I do the circle, and then we're gonna do like little half circles, and we're gonna meet not all the way in the middle, and we're gonna be doing that on all four sides, and then we'll fill in. It just makes it easier. I've never seen it done another way. If there's an easier way, I would do it, but I think this is really easy. It comes out good every time, and I don't have to like keep redoing it. So I like it this way. Right, once we're done filling it in, we're gonna put our little dot in the center. That's how the logo is. And I was very happy with this design. It came out super cute. And if you're still here with me, thank you for watching this video. Make sure to hit that like button, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.